Hello everyone. So it's like just a little bit chilly. I put my jacket on. This has my name on it. It's backwards, of course. So if you're wondering, that's what it says. I am doing sort of a different video today. The short version of this is one of Ina's classmates had a beloved bunny and it had a hole, and she was taking the stuffing out and shoving it up her nose. So I just happened to get there at about the same time that they were having this discussion, and I was like, well, I can fix the bunny. So I have brought Bun the bunny home, and I thought, boy, if I'm going to fix this bunny, I'm going to do it right. So I went ahead and just sort of damp cleaned poor little bunny here to make it look a little bit better. If I had more time, I would have soaked it and really cleaned it. I took all the stuffing out, so you can see it's just the plushy shell. And while I was doing this, I thought, you know, I should make a video. So anyway, Bun had a hole here in the back, and I went ahead and took like all the stuffing out of the head. Oh wait, there might be a little bit left in an arm here. The arm, so I'll throw that away. Because what I'm going to do is I actually have a brand new bag of stuffing. I'm going to refill her bunny so that her bunny is nice and fluffy again. And that's what I'm going to do right now. So I'm just going to stuff the bunny. That's all I'm going to do. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit while I'm doing it. And then when I'm finished, I have some thread. So I went down and had this pale purple. So I thought, oh, you know, that matches pretty well. And I will use a ladder stitch to then close the back of the bunny. And I feel confident doing this now because I have made several plushies for Ina. And then I also had to repair the one plushie for Ina when Abby, that would be our dog, chewed the eye out of her little white kitty that she just loved. So anyway, I am just making sure that I've got stuffing, firm stuffing, but not too firm. I don't want Bun to be too firm down in that arm. And then I'm gonna let that extend out a little bit. That's all I'm doing. I'm just taking fluff and taking it, and I'm gonna do all of the legs and arms first. So I've got the little arms here, so I'm just stuffing the stuffing up into the arms, and then I will do the head and then we'll fill up the body, and then we'll sew it closed. So anyway, I have now had practice making some dolls and some stuffies because I made a little elephant doll out of the Kariki Press kit. Super cute, by the way. I love the little elephant doll. So I made that for Ina. And then I want to stuff it just a little bit firm because they always kind of squish out a little bit. So just a little bit firm. There. And then what else did I make? I made a little tiny penguin, which you guys haven't seen yet because I had to buy stuffing, which is hence why I have the brand new bag of polyfill stuffing. So it was kind of serendipity, right? It was just the right timing that I happened to bring Ina to school on this day, and that I happened to hear the conversation between the mom and the teacher about how her daughter she was putting this stuffing up her nose. She kept saying she had bunny fur. She was putting bunny fur in her nose. They had to take her to the doctor yesterday to like pull it out, remove it. Because you know, you can pack a lot up into your sinuses if you're not careful. I mean, we know that just from being sick, right? As adults. Anyway. But I'm going to make Bun better because this is clearly a beloved stuffed toy. And I thought about refreshing the fur because I've got just like a cat brush that I keep for doing my what's it called? My flicking. I use it for flicking locks because it was cheap, you know, whatever. It's not a big deal. And if I decide I don't want it, or it's not quite right for what I'm using it for, it's a cat brush, so I can still use it for the kitties. But oh yeah, it's looking a lot better. So there, now Bun's getting some shape. We got the legs restuffed. I have my arms restuffed. Now I'm gonna go up and do the head before I finish filling the body. Anyway, but I just happened to be there when they were having this discussion about how her daughter was, putting stuffing up her nose. I don't know what prompts little kids to put things up their nose. I don't quite I don't quite know exactly what it is that makes them want to. Oh yeah, there. Now isn't Bun Bun looking so much better? Nice and plush and stuffed. Make sure that head's nice and firm. And then add some more to the body before we sew it up. But see, it doesn't take very much to, you know, to restuff a beloved plush toy. So, you know, if you have one that's hanging around your house that just needs a little bit of love, bag of polyfill. And all I did was, I used the hole that was already there, but it's very easy to find a seam and just pop the stitches out. So there we go. I think, yeah, I think Bun Bun feels pretty good. And just give it a little squish. Yeah. There. Bun Bun is all renewed. Anyway, so just take all the polyfill out. If you want to, it's actually a good idea to go ahead and soak this and then let it fully dry. But I don't have time to do that because I promised Bun Bun would be back for nap time. So I am making sure that Bun Bun is back for nap time. But anyway, all I did was take all the stuffing out. I did go ahead and kind of wipe everything down. I'm going to finish stuffing the bunny and then leave it out here so that it can dry. I may go get the flicker brush. I may pause this, go get the flicker brush and show you what to do with that as well. But first we're going to sew this up. So I have refilled the bunny plush. And again, this is so simple. This is just a really simple thing to do. So don't be afraid to do it. You know, if the worst part of it's the stitching, well, you can always like restitch it. It's not a big deal. So I am going to take my thread here. I'm going to double it up because I do want a stronger seam so that this young lady cannot, yeah, can't get any more stuffing out and put it up her nose, because that was just, that's not a good thing to do, right? Let's see, and I'm gonna use this longer needle. All right, so I have a needle. It doesn't really matter what needle that you use, but you do want one with a sharper tip, again, just so you can stick it through the fabric, because we are going to actually sew this shut. And then I'm going to take just a length. This is way more thread than I'm going to need, but that's fine. And I'm going to put it in. Actually, I might just double it up. I was thinking I might, well, I thought about quadding, but I think we're just going to double it up. Okay, so I've put my needle on my thread. I'm just going to tie a knot. I'm going to tie a big knot too, because I'm going to put this on the inside of the toy, so she won't ever see it. And then when I go to start it, I am going to take some extra tacking stitches sort of farther down and try to really get this toy sewn together. But the nice thing is now my needle can't fall off because it's doubled up. So there we go. I'll take this, and I can see, here's the old stitching right here where the toy has come apart. So what I might do is figure out where that is, and maybe I will make a knot. Let's see if I can make a knot. Wouldn't usually recommend making a knot, but because we already know that she has been into this toy at least once, I'm just gonna knot that up. I'm going to stick the old thread back into the bunny again because I don't want the stitching to come loose elsewhere. And I'm going to start back here. So not quite where the hole is, but further back in, and begin my ladder stitch back there. Because again, I mean, you know, the bunny is sewn together back here. So I've just stuck it in, pulling that inside. And now we are going to ladder stitch. And when you ladder stitch, what you're doing is you are going in and out on one side and taking a small stitch, because we do want small stitches. And then you're going to go in and out on the opposite side. So you're taking little tiny, it's almost like a running stitch on each side, where you're just taking little tiny running stitches, because what you want to do is close a hole. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera down, and hopefully you'll be able to see that. If you can't, I will do a whole little series on how to close these, because I have another one I need to do for Ina that's a little bitty penguin that I should show you too. Alright, so here we are with Bun Bun. I have my ladder stitches started. So to do the ladder stitch, all you're going to do is take these little stitches. You go in and out. Whoops, I poked it on the foot. There we go. And pull tight. And look, that purple is a really good match, isn't it? And then we're going to come over here and find the fabric, not just the fur. And take a small stitch, again, in and out, and pull tight. Now, you can take a few stitches before you do the pull tight. So like here, we'll do this. And then here. And I haven't pulled it too tight, so you can still see the thread in here. I've just pulled it enough to get it started. And then do this. Now you can really see those ladder stitches across the back, right? Just like that. And then if you have a few stitches, then you pull tight and there, and it disappears. So that's your ladder stitch. And that's what we are going to do to close Bun Bun up. And the nice thing about the ladder stitch is that you can take those stitches and you don't have to pull them tight. I'm trying to get, I don't want to be too close to the edge of this fabric because I do want it to hold. Just like that. Anyway, so you can go ahead and you can stitch this all the way shut without pulling it tight and then pull it. And that way you can sort of keep the opening open until you are completely ready to close it. And you don't have to fight to you don't have to fight it. Uh-oh, I got a little bit of a knot there. There, go away, knot. Shouldn't have knots. So there you can really see my ladder stitches over the top. Because again, I'm not going to pull this fully tight until I have this hole ready to close all the way. And that's just so I can keep getting my finger in here to close it. So there we go. And look at this, Bun Bun will be good as new here momentarily. Anyway, so I just thought I would share this little process with you. Just in case you ever have a plush toy that you need to, let's take a smaller stitch, that you need to repair. And hey, this is what is good about, you know, all the crafting that I do and the hoarding that I do. I mean, I had polyester stuffing and I had look, I even have the right color of thread. I have this this is almost a perfect match. Not quite a perfect match, but it's almost a perfect match. Okay, and now I'm going to show you, we're going to pull on this and watch how it closes up. And Bun Bun is all fixed. So all I have to do now is just secure this stitching, and I'm going to go under, bring it in again, and I'm going to go under on this side, and I'm going to try to follow the line of stitching that Bun Bun already has. Do you like how I keep using the plush toy's name? Got to do that, right? And I'm just going to go back and forth a little bit up here at the top to try to keep that ladder stitch going, because again, I don't want this little girl to open her toy again. So we're going to try and make sure it's nice and closed. And I told you I had way too much thread for what I was doing, but that's okay. I'm going to do this. And I am going to start doing a couple of knots, but again, this is because this young lady has already had this toy open, and I don't want her to get it open again. And because my thread matches so well, I'm just going to go ahead and make a couple of knots at the top here. Oop, hang on. Didn't quite get that tight enough. That is the nice thing about using this sharp needle, is you can sort of coax it out and put it back together. Come on. So close to being done with Bun Bun. There we go. Ah, perfect. Okay. And then again, just because she's already had this open once, just in case, I really don't want her eating any or putting any more stuffing up her nose. We're going to secure it nice and tight, and then just trim that. Look, it's buried in Bun Bun's fur. Now once I fluff that up, you won't even see it. So I'm gonna go grab the fluffer and I'll show you what to do with that. So I went and grabbed my little cat brush. Now this one says wool brush, which will be backwards on your screen, but it says wool brush because I actually bought 2 of these. I knew when I bought them, they were very inexpensive, that Ina would want one. So we actually have one that says kitty brush and has a like little kitty that I drew on it, which she uses on Marshmallow. Then we have this one. And this one I use for wool, and you can see it has like the little dots on the tips, I don't know, what are these, like protection dots, so that hello Charlie, now Charlie's joined me, so that if you, if you are like brushing your cat, then you don't catch their skin with those sharp little tips. But this is really nice for stuffed animals, because you use it kind of like a flicker brush, just like I'm doing here. And I'm just going to fluff up a little bit. Now, this rabbit happens to have some little reflective things in its fur, and so I don't want to do too much because I don't want to lose the texture. But I am going to just fluff a little bit, especially over that seam, so that hopefully she doesn't find that seam again. Just like this. And we're just gonna give Bun Bun a little fluff and a new lease on life, because this plush toy would have been thrown away, but luckily I was there to save it for her. And I know it seems like a silly thing, but I'm like, I still have some of my plush from when I was a little girl, and I think that knowing how to fix your toys instead of just tossing them in the trash is a good thing. So, you know, we are going to make sure that this bunny goes on to be loved and used by this little girl for, you know, quite a while longer. And hopefully she'll like him even better, because he'll be all soft and fluffy. Oh yeah, he's nice and soft and fluffy now. All soft and fluffy again. And, you know, I don't really even know this little girl or her mom very well, but she's in Ina's class, and I'm helper. So I'm gonna help her to love and enjoy her bunny. Again, it's all I'm doing. I'm just doing these little tiny flicks. You can hear it. Just these little tiny loving flicks on Bun Bun. So, and I may leave Bun Bun out here to dry in the sun, because I'm sure that Bun Bun hasn't had a UV bath for a while, and Bun Bun could use it. So, I think, what do you think? I think Bun Bun looks pretty good, right? It's nice and stuffed and fluffed and, you know, not exactly cleaned, but a little bit cleaner than it was. So, hopefully it'll make, I think her name's Emily, hopefully it'll make her happy to have Bun Bun all back in one piece and all fluffed up and saved again. So, anyway. I know this is kind of an odd video, but I thought you would enjoy it a little bit, seeing this process of how to restore a plush toy. And the thing is, I have learned a lot of this while doing embroidery and working on some of my other projects. Oh, Bun Bun doesn't want to sit. Okay, we'll hold Bun Bun. Well, anyway, learning how to sew, learning how to embroider, like learning how to sew a sweater together while knitting was also helpful. You know, it gave me some skills that are translatable. So my point is that all of these things that we learn while we are playing with new and different needlework techniques are good things, because they all tie in together, and you can go save the plush for your daughter's classmate or somebody else that you know. So again, it was very simple. This rabbit already had a hole in the back, but all you have to do is find that seam, pop it open, take all the stuffing out, replace the stuffing with new stuffing. If you have the time, it's a good idea to soak your plushie in a gentle soap bath for a few hours and let all the dirt come out, and then let it dry, and then restuff and ladder stitch that hole closed. And then again, I'm just fluffing with this like inexpensive little cat brush. Let's give him a little more fluff. But look how much fluffier those cheeks are now. There. It's like a whole new bun stuffy. And usually I would do a little longer rake, but again, because this one has those little reflective bits on its fur, I don't want to pull those off of the fabric. So anyway, there we go. Bun is all fixed. And if you enjoyed that, I promise we will return to your regularly scheduled programming soon. But, you know, please keep checking out our channel. We put all kinds of stuff up, you know, knitting, crochet, tatting, spinning, weaving, sashiko, Mediterranean knotted lace. I am a tinkerer, so is Tina. We are not a master of any single craft, but we definitely know a lot about many different crafts. So, oops, there was a little piece of that stuff that came off there. Anyway, and you can learn all kinds of random things on our channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I have been very bad about putting up TikTok videos, but I always intend to put up more, so I'll do my best. Anyway, I hope that you have enjoyed this random little video, and I will see you guys again soon. Make sure that you're checking out www.atwistedpicot.com and shopping to your heart's content. I just put up some really fun new thread. I just got in a new batch of tatting shuttles from Powell in Poland, and anyway, we have all kinds of fun stuff for you. So I'll see you next time. Bye.